Hey, it's Sheldon with TigerTuff here. I'm going to show you how to install these seat covers on the rear seats of a Toyota Tacoma. It'll probably take you between 30 and 60 minutes to do the install. It's not super difficult, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Before we get started putting the covers on, there's a few things that we're going to need to do, and we're going to start with taking the headrests off. So it's pretty simple. All I did right here is push the little button at the base of the headrest, and then pops right up. You push in both buttons and you can pull it out. Center one here only has one button, but you push that in, slide it right out, and then again, push the buttons, tip it forward, pull it out. There we go, that's complete. I'm gonna put these in the back of the truck so we don't lose them. And now we do need to disconnect this seat belt. To disconnect the seat belt, right where it plugs in down here at the base of the seat, there's a little red slot. You just take the actual seat belt part, you push it in that slot, and boom, it comes right out. Now we're ready to actually cover the seat. We're gonna start with the passenger side. Now when you're doing this, stand in the passenger's door to do it. It's easier. But because you're standing there, I'm gonna do it from right here, and we're gonna get started on the seat back. I have got the passenger seat back cover here. It says passenger on it, on the little tag on the back, so I know it's the right one. And it's also got the TigerTuff tag on it here. That is gonna go toward the door. Now, like I said, this is easier if you're standing in the doorway, but that's okay. You stay right there and just watch, okay? I'll show you how to do this. Little loop, pull that up. Then you can tip the seat forward. These are quite easy compared to some others to install because of how the seat flips forward. So we're gonna start by just sliding the cover down. Just like that. Now there's a few things we gotta make sure of. Number one, right here. This is the latch to release the seat. You're gonna want to make sure you got that poking out of the hole in the cover. And then also, in the back of the cover, there's this little flag here that shows where the top tethers are. We pull that out through the cover. And then you can see the top tether is right down here. And then also you wanna make sure that you got the little button right here for when you need to fold the seat bottom up and button it to that. That's poking out its respective hole. Now, let's take a look right here at these headrest holes. What you want to do is push the cover around them, just like that, and tuck everything in there. Gives you a nice, clean, finished look, and it helps hold the cover in place. Okay, cover is pulled down, good to go. Now these right here, these flaps, they need to get pushed between the seat back and the seat bottom, but this hook part of the hook and loop is incredibly sticky, and it's gonna want to grab onto the carpet that's up on the back side of the seat. So just fold it over double like this, and then you'll be able to push it through no problem without grabbing onto that. If you do grab onto that carpet, it's not the end of the world, but it's gonna feel like it for a minute. No, really, all you gotta do is just peel it back off, but it doesn't like to let go. Okay, we got both of those pushed through. Now, all we do is go and stick them on. And seriously, pull these as tight as you humanly can, because it's gonna make your cover fit better. Boom. Latch lines up there, tether lines up there. Oh yeah. Good to freaking go. Now we cover the bottom with the bottom cover. This one also says passenger on it, so we know we got the right one. This is gonna go a lot like the back did. So we're just gonna flip the bottom up and slide this over. So I'm sliding it down with this long flap here on the top. That's how you know it's not upside down. There we go. And I'm just pushing that on, making sure that I get the seams in the cover here lined up with the corners of the seat. And then a couple more little things to take care of over here. This right here is the strap that will let you button the seat bottom up to the seat back. And this right here is the handle that lets you grab the seat bottom and flip it up. I like to tuck that strap in there, keep it neat and tidy. So we got those out through their holes, perfect, perfect. Now we're gonna just feed that right down there. Now you'll see your car seat anchor points right here. The cover goes underneath them. Now before we tighten that down, we have this flap down the side here. I'm gonna pull that nice and tight, stick that on. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now we pull that down tight just like we did before. Back up, stick it on the bottom. And we are golden. There, ain't nobody wrecking that seat now. Cool, let's cover the driver's side seat back. This one's a little bit more involved, but stick with me here because it's not bad. I have got the one that says driver on it, so we are good to go in that department. Hook and loop is all undone. Excellent. Now we just flop that forward. And just like we did over on the passenger side, we're gonna get this up over the seat. There we go. Make sure that you've got the Tiger Tough tag facing the door. Alrighty, we got that pulled down. We got the seams in the cover lined up nicely with the seams on the seat. Now on the headrests, or the headrest trim, again, push the cover down so it tucks right underneath the corner of it like that. And you can just feed it around. And you get, look at the difference in that. That looks so much better. And it also helps the cover stay on nicer. Boom, 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 just like that. Now we're gonna pull this out here and tuck these in as well. Oh, I like it. Now, when I was putting this on, I kind of got in a hurry and I did not push that top tether flag out here like we did on the other side. So I'm just reaching up inside the cover here. Boom, look at that. Now you know where you can tie in your car seats. Top tether here and here. This side doesn't have a little flag. This one does. I've also got over here the button, just like we ran into on that side. Cool, cool, cool. Just like before, we're going to run these through. I'm just very lightly sticking them up the back like that, so that way they are accessible later. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all of them. Now we're just gonna grab these, give them a pull, and stick them up here. Just like so. Make sure that all looks good. Happy, happy, happy. Now, let's put this old seat belt back. So before, we had to stick the seat belt into this little red slot here. You don't now to put it back. You just plug her in. And we're back in the seat belt business. Covering the bottom. Alrighty. Again, driver's side tag. So we know we're good to go there. And we've got the long flaps up on top. That's good. Now we'll just flip the old bottom up and slide her down. Again, over here, we just have to make sure that this handle is accessible and this strap comes out. The holes aren't lined up right now, but once I get the cover pulled down all the way, they will line up. It's just a good idea to get these pulled out before you fasten the cover down tight. Okay, the cover's on and the seams are lined up. Just tuck that down there and then fasten that. So we're just gonna pull this down nice and tight, wrap it around, stick it on the bottom there. Now we've just got these two big flaps here to deal with. I like to flip the seat up halfway because that opens up that gap in there a little bit. Makes it easier to get my hand in there. Run that one down, fold that over, run this one down underneath those car seat anchor points. There we go. And now we're just gonna pull that down, wrap it up, stick it on. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, I got a few wrinkles in here, so I'm going to shimmy the cover around a little bit till I get it to where I like it. Okay, I like that more gooder. There we go. Now, we just gotta pop the headrests back in and cover them. Okay, got all three headrests covers. And on the two outboard headrests, it's easiest to cover them once they're installed. And they are the same, so we don't have to worry about the whole driver-passenger thing anymore. To put these back in, you just line them up like that, slide them in. Now I just slid that down all the way. I'm actually gonna push the button and pull it up one notch so that it can flop forward. And then it's gonna go on with the long skinny flap hanging down the front. Like so. Now we wrap it up around the back, pull it tight, and secure it inside the cover. Boom. Push it down. See, I just gave it a little twist right there because my seams weren't lined up and there was the wrinkles down the front, so gave it a little twist and boom, love it. All right, let's do the same over on the driver's side and then we'll do the center headrest because that one's different. Okay, when you're putting this on, see the little seam right here? That faces forward. There we go, clipped into place. Perfect. Now, to cover the center one, this one's gonna be just a hair different. So you can see how it looks like this here with the drop down the front. And we've also got cover designed the same way. So like this, drops down the front. So to put this on, we just take the headrest where it drops down the front and tuck it right into that cover and then peel the back around and it fits just like it's supposed to. Now, all you have to do is take the little thin straps, tuck them up inside, and that ain't going nowhere. Slide her back in, push the button all the way down, and you're done. Here's how it looks now that we're done. This sucker is fully wrapped. And here, let me show you what I mean by that. Just gonna pop the seat back down. Boom. So the whole back of your seat is covered in case you're ever throwing something here on top of it, as well as the whole bottom of your seat bottom. So that means that no matter what position your seats are in, they are completely protected.